6 points in the game. As Coach Brent Vernon joins us here courtside. Coach, they call it the Battle of 55. It was definitely led to that, stood up to that billing today.
Yeah, it did. And golly, this one's tough for me because we've been battling some demons within our team. We had a serious team meeting yesterday, heart to heart, and the way they responded was unbelievable. I'm going to say now we have to get it to where they realize it can't be regarding who you play, when you play, or anything else. That has to be the effort we show every game. And I told him before, even though it's not win and go home, every game from here on out is a national championship game.
Yeah.
That's how we have to play like that. And our guys laid it on the line in front of a great crowd, back and forth, and I couldn't be more proud of them right now.
And it was a very physical game, as we saw with Eric Kinney having to go out with a lot of blood. And I guess it was right underneath his left eye. It appeared that probably have to have stitches.
Yeah, Derek thinks actually he's got it pretty good. It got, he got hit again. Those what made it come back open. With a couple days off, it may be okay. We had some glue up there. He may need stitches. We're going to take a little look at it here in a second. But what I loved about it, he came back and tried to be there for his team. And then again, he started bleeding. But that's the kind of guys we love to have, and that's the kind of effort we have to show. That shows a guy who is not about himself but about our team, because he knew he wanted to get out there and help us try to get this win.
Hagan Tyler, 5 3-pointers today, had 18 points in the second half, finishes with 26.
He struggled shooting a little bit. And again, it's one of those things that as a shooter, I tell him all the time, you're not allowed to stop shooting. He's the best shooter, in my opinion, in the nation. I know he struggled some, but again, he can't let a miss bother him, and he didn't tonight. They did a great job trying to cover him. He made some shots from way out there. And, again, you look at his points, I think you said 26, but he had 9 rebounds. Again, that shows his maturation as a player, because he's not a guy that normally sticks his nose in there and gets it. But whenever we lost Eric, who's our best rebounder, everybody knew it had to be more of a team effort, and Hagan was a big part of that.
And you had 2 guys for Lindsey Wilson at 6'11". They're very long and lanky, but they only out-rebound you by 4.
Yeah. And, we were ahead at the half rebounding. In second half, it was a little bit more of let's throw it up on the glass and let our big guys go. And it was never for a lack of trying to rebound. Our guys battled, but they are long. I knew it'd be a little bit of a challenge with those guys, but I thought we battled well. I don't know how many points those 2 scored, but a lot of it was second chance. But we did a great job trying to limit that.
And you got to the line in the second half, and you had 14 of 15 in the second half.
Well, if we'd made those earlier, we'd have a couple more wins. Yeah. I want to say we've really struggled with that this year, but we've made a concerted effort to really practice that as we've gone on in practice. I took for granted our ability to shoot the basketball, and we didn't work on it enough. And now it's something that we concentrate on a lot more for multiple times in practice each day when we're tired and everything. And, again, stepping up and making shots, that's what we're supposed to do. And Hagan and Rod late. Byron, I know he missed one, but he made a big one to make it to where it was 6. They had to make 2 threes. And, again, it was just great for our team.
Of course, you're going to get some time to kind of recuperate a little bit, a little rest. You go down to Lindsey Wilson next Friday and Saturday. You got Washington Adventist on Friday, and then another game on Saturday against Kentucky Christian.
It'll be time to rest, but, I told him yesterday in our team meeting, it's actually 2. We actually have 2 weeks. We're off all next week. It's the following weekend, which is good because our habits haven't been real good in practice, and it's carried over to our game. Cumberland U, I told our guys, was a carryover of our practice habits. So we are going to we're going to get 2 days off here, but then those next 4 or 5 to end the week before finals, they're going to be grueling. We are going to get after it, and we're going to create better habits because our habits in practice is what carries over. But our guys bought into what we were trying to tell them yesterday, and it was one of those coming in as a coach is a wait and see. The only thing I've been disappointed is it shouldn't cause a loss to make us get there. But that's okay. We're learning. We got a lot of new players, and this was, again, what a fun game to be a part of.
Yeah. Two rough games here in 3 days, and now you get, like you said, close to 2 weeks off. And then Kelton Ford possibly coming back in your lineup. I'm sure that'll be a big plus for you when he does return.
It'll be a huge plus. Obviously, he's got some things he still wants to figure out. He got great news. He has rehabbed his jaw. I know that sort of sounds crazy, but he's done a great job with that. The doctor is giving him great news. I think he'll be able to go full contact on the 12th. They were not going to let him play that weekend. He has begged and begged, and now we're going to do full contact that week of practice and see how he reacts. And if everything goes good, I think we may have him for our next game, which would be great just to where we can start getting some rust off and getting him back out there, because he brings another dimension to our team.
Right.
And it's something that's the reason we brought him in as a senior point guard. And, again, if our guys can continue to build off of this, adding more pieces of the puzzle will just help us.
Yeah. Coach, congratulations to you.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Appreciate your time. Coach Brent Vernon, and the Tigers winning here 64-58 over Lindsey Wilson this afternoon in a big Mid-South Conference battle. And they're going to be off a couple of weeks before they go down to Lindsey Wilson to take on Washington Adventists and then Kentucky Christian 2 weeks from today.